Hello, 7th grade. This is lesson 10. Our objective is how do you work with fractions and improper fractions. Recall, if we're going to do something like 4 divided by 3, you take 4 and divide by 3, and you get 3 goes into there one time, you subtract and you get 1. So you say 1, remainder 1. And so what that's saying is that the red person is going to get 1. The blue person is going to get 1. And the green person is going to get 1. And then that there is 1 left over. But if you wanted to keep going, notice that this last one could maybe be divided into 3. So that way the red person would get 1 piece, the blue person would get 1 piece, and the green person would get 1 piece. So notice then, each person would get 1 and 1/3. Right? Because they got, this last one is divided into 3 pieces, and they get 1 of those 3 pieces. So notice that's the remainder, that's the number on top. And then this 3, the denominator, came from right there. Okay? So we can do the same thing with something like this. It says, Alexis cut a 35-inch ribbon into 4 equal lengths. How long was each length? So what I need to do is I need to take 35 and divide it into 4 equal pieces. So that's going to be 8. 8 times 4. Subtract and get 3. So normally we just want to say remainder 3. But I can say this is going to be 8 3/4 of an inch. 8 3/4 of an inch. Now part B says one day is what percent of 1 week? So we know that a week has 7 days in it, and that 1 day is just one of those 7 days. So what I need to do is I need to say 1 divided by 7. Well, we know 7 doesn't fit into 1. And so we'll add a decimal place and a 0. 7 goes into 10 one time. And we would get 3. Found that 0 is going to go into that 4 times, 28. And you get 2 when you subtract. Remember, a percent is going to move the decimal over 2, so it's going to be 14 2/7%. 2 came up here, 7's down there, and that 14 came from right there. So 14 2/7% of a week. Alright, an improper fraction are bigger than or equal to 1. Or another way of saying that is that the top number is bigger than the smaller number. So what we're doing now is we're asked to convert each improper fraction. Notice each of these are improper because the top number is bigger than or equal to either a whole number or a mixed number. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to say 12 divided by 5. 5 goes into 12 2 times, giving me a remainder of 2. So it's going to be 2 2/5. This next one, I'm going to say 12 divided by 6. 6 goes in that 2 times, and get a remainder of 0. So this one's just going to be equal to 2. That's where it says a whole number. And then notice this one is kind of both. It has a 2 and a 12/7, so I need to fix that 12/7. So let's look at 12 divided by 7. It goes in that 1 time. Get 5. So it's going to be 1 5/7. Okay? So this one and those 2 right there is going to equal to 3 5/7. Alright, this next one says, draw and shade circles to illustrate the 2 1/4 is the same thing as 9 over 4. So if we draw, I think we're going to need 3 circles. I missed the top of that one there a little bit, but it's okay. What I'm going to do is, since my denominator is 4, I'm going to divide each of these into 4 parts. Okay, so let's shade here. I'm going to use a highlighter in yellow. So let's see, 2 full ones would be like filling in those ones like this. 1, 2. And then it says 1/4. It's going to be just this 1/4 of that. Notice that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fourths. 9 fourths. Alright, simplify these. Remember, if we're adding or subtracting, we have to have the same denominator, which we have, and we just add the tops. So this is going to be 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6. 6 divided by 3. And then that's going to be, let's see, 6 divided by 3 goes in that 2 times. So this is going to be 2. Alright, remember on this one we will multiply. So 7 times 2 is 14. On the bottom we have 3 times 3, which can give me 9. Then we want to simplify down. 14 divided by 9 goes in that 1 time. Get 9, remainder of 5, so this is going to be 1 5/9. Alright, switch up colors here. So notice here I'm saying 1 2/3 plus 1 2/3. So I'm going to add the whole numbers together. 1 plus 1, super hard question, that's 2. And then I also need to think about saying 2/3 plus 2/3. Well, this part right here, 2/3 plus 2/3 is going to give me 4/3. If I take 4 and divide by 3, isn't that 1 time? It's going to be 1 1/3. But remember, I already have 2 and 1, so this is going to be 3 1/3. Now, we're asked to convert each mixed number into an improper fraction. So now we're given a mixed number and we want an improper fraction. So there's a couple ways you can think of this. You could think of this as being 1 plus 2/3 if you wanted. That's a really horrible 2/3. There we go. And then remember 1 we could rewrite as like 3 over 3. That way they have the same denominator, and that's going to be 5 over 3. Okay? That's not too bad when that number is a 1, but whenever it's a 3 or a 4, it gets a little bit more complicated. So what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you a little, and that will give me 5. And so then I'll take that number and put it back over the denominator, so it's going to be 5/3, which is exactly what I got over here. So we'll do that same trick here. And we're going to say 6 times 3, which is going to give me 18. And I'm going to say plus the 5. That's going to give me 23. I'm going to say that over the denominator, 6, so 23 over 6. One more time. I'll say 4 times 4. That's 16. plus the number on top, which is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, so it's going to be 19, and then 19 over whatever this denominator is right here, 4. Feel free to back that up and watch that part again if you need to. Your homework is there on page 70. You can do all of them from lesson 10, all of them from lesson 9, and 8 more of your choice.